Abbas here for the Boxing Voice, joined by the legend Shane Mosley. Shane, how are you, sir?
Man, I'm feeling great. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I did not expect, it was not on my bingo card to have Shane Mosley in London today. What brings you here outside of obviously Undisputed?
I mean, I just landed. I landed like about a couple hours ago, but what brought me here was Dubois. You know, I like him. I've been knowing him since he was before he was world champion, and I think that he's a great fighter and he's a great person. I want to see him do good.
Before we obviously talk about Daniel Dubois, I've got to speak about yourself making a return to boxing. What brought that along? And just talk to me a little bit about the fight itself.
Well, I was supposed to do an exhibition with this guy, David Corso. Then it turned out that something happened with him, and then now I'm doing it with Matt Jedi, which is, you know, he fought some bare knuckle fights and stuff like that. So, you know, I just wanted to show, like, even though I'm, you know, a little bit older, that I can still do it like this. And you know, it's not forever. I'm not trying to fight like real fights and shit, but maybe a couple real fights at the end. I'm not gonna say any names, but yeah, man, I just wanted to just get in there. I love fighting. I love doing this. I love it.
Another opponent who you've seen in the past, Manny Pacquiao, is fighting also on the weekend as well. Talk to me just what you feel about that particular fight against Barrios.
I think it's a big, great fight. I mean, Barrios is younger, and Pacquiao works very hard. He trains hard. I don't know if he overworked himself or not. We're going to see what happens with Pacquiao with that. I know it's going to be interesting the first couple of rounds. I don't know. Barrios is young and he's taller and he's ready to go. And I hope Manny wins. You know, I'm good friends. I'm cool with Manny, so. But I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. You know, so it's gonna be a great fight.
I've got to ask you about Floyd Mayweather. He's been saying potentially I could fight Manny Pacquiao if he wins on the weekend. I'll come out of retirement. Do you envision that as a possibility at all? Obviously, we know how much money the first fight made. Maybe a secondary at this age in their careers.
Well, it depends because, you know, Manny Pacquiao has a contract to fight somebody else coming up, so he might not get the chance with Floyd unless that person says it's okay.
I just got to ask, obviously, this main event right here as well. Daniel Dubois, Alexander Usyk. You just alluded to the fact that you've known Daniel for a long time since he was quite young. What do you think he can do in the rematch?
I think that mentally he's different. So I think that before he was like a cub, and now he's a full-grown man and he understands what he needs to do. So it's gonna be a lot harder for Usyk to win. It'll still be a great fight, but it'll be harder because Usyk is a grand wizard. But I think the boy now mentally he's different. He's a different person. So I think that we can use that and maybe win.
When you look at Alexander Usyk, some people will say he's the greatest heavyweight we've ever seen, etc. Where do you rank him in terms of heavyweights and this current run where he's just come on and dominated all British fighters at the top level? It's painful.
I couldn't really rate him right now because he's a great fighter, but he's not the. Well, in my book, he's probably not the greatest. You know, but he is a really good fighter, and I really respect Usyk and his boxing game and how he fights. He's really, really good. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know where to rate him.
Just two more quick ones for myself. I want to just quickly ask about Shakur Stevenson. Eddie Hearn, every time we've seen him in press conferences, talks about him being somewhat of a generational talent for American boxing. Just talk to me about Shakur Stevenson and what the feel of him is in America and what people perceive him to be like.
Well, I think in America they have different opinions about Shakur Stevenson, but I think that the opinion is that he's a great fighter. He's very good defensively. He moves very well and he counters very well. But I think that they think they can get to him, get close to him, and check his chin to see how good he really is, because he's never really got his chin checked, and then never really went down to see if he's really that good. And I think that's what some of the fighters want to get in there and just check him to see where he's at, because he does talk a big game. But me, myself, I do like Shakur. I like Shakur Stevenson. I think that he's a great fighter, a great boxer, and he can stay right there and box with you. He can stay right there and fight with you if he needs to. But he can do that with the right fighter. Now, will he stay right there with like a Schofield or somebody? You know, will he stay in the pocket like that with Schofield? He stay right there with a guy that really punches it hard. So Yeah, that was great. That was good and all. But what about a guy that really punched? What he do the same? Go ahead.
One final one from myself. I've got to ask, Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. Terence is moving up 2 weights to fight arguably one of the greatest 168-pound fighters of all time. How do you think that fight plans out for you?
For me, it plans out that Canelo is just too big for him. He has skill and talent just like Crawford does. They both have the same, pedigree or whatever. Crawford's older. I think Canelo's too big and Canelo beats him.
Shane, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. You've got a line of people that also want to speak to you, so thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.